There's something about repetition that is both maddening and comforting. There's something so granular about the pace of time for me that almost feels like time is not passing at all. The awareness of the repetition makes it feel overwhelming. Makes me feel like I'm suffocating. It feels like it's swallowing me, like I'm slowly sinking into existing. I also think repetition is difficult because how you experience it depends on your kind of life. If you live a struggle life, it might be heavy to know that you have to do this again tomorrow.
One of the most maddening things about repetition is when we don't have a choice. When the things that we need to repeat are outside of our control.
I think this was on my mind because I often feel like I'm doing a lot but not getting very far, and how there's a lot of safety in repetition. There's something comforting in knowing how to do something. It does feel good to not be new at something all the time. To get good, you have to do it a lot. So I can't get good at anything if I don't repeat it, if I don't try again and again and again.
So what does repetition look like? I mean, there's things on a daily, on a weekly, on a monthly, annually, bi-monthly. It's happening all the time, right? Checks on the 1st and the 15th, or the 1st, or the 31st, but every 31st. Right? Again and again, things happening again and again. And they need to. Plants got to keep growing. Fruit has to keep ripening. Responsibilities need to be kept up with. So really, it's all the little things that make up the big thing. And that if I like the big thing, then I'm going to try to do my best to like the little things. And they nag and they nag and they nag, but I don't know, I guess I'm curious about what if there was another way to see repetition. Something to be grateful for, something to be excited about. Maybe I'm breaking down all of the parts of the breaking down. Maybe I'm taking step 1 and turning it into A, B, C, D. Maybe I'm seeing things too internal. Maybe I'm looking at the inside of the clock and I'm focusing on all the mechanisms and all the gears and all the springs. And then I'm zooming out and looking at the clock, but maybe I should just look at the clock. I think repetition is something that I have focused on because I'm obsessed with trying to make sense of my life. Sometimes I feel like there are things that if I can just figure it out, then I'll have an answer. I'll have something concrete, and I'll know how to value myself. I'll know how to value my life. Not that I don't value it, not that I don't love myself, but sometimes reality and being alive is hard to make sense of. I spend a lot of time wondering why things happen and how often I feel powerless. The repetition of something else happening that I could have done nothing about. Trying to rationalize it, asking myself, why? A good change is asking myself, well, what can I do? Give money, give time, learn as much as I can. But bad things happening over and over again is just one side of the coin, because the other side of the coin is that there are good things happening over and over and over again. There are people getting their first kiss. There are people going on their first date. There are people eating ice cream for the first time. There are people volunteering their time, trying to make the world a better place again and again. There are people working really hard to make something honestly and share it with the world again and again and again. So I think I'm going to try and focus on that. And I'll see how that goes. I gotta go.